Hey, what's good, everyone? It's Trey. I probably didn't give y'all a video like in probably like a week. I didn't give y'all a video, or I just been sharing the latest ones. I'm really trying to get the views to a certain amount. Like if we get to 85, 100, whatever, I'm good. Then I'll put out a new video. Grow something from your product when you put it out. But anyway, that's another topic, whatever. But I wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about the struggles of bread and water. And I don't mean the struggles of bread and water like the actual things. I mean in the metaphor way of speaking. Such as I want to go from the struggles of bread, and bread being money, and me growing up in the hood to a single parent and having my father in and out of my life every step of the way. It teach me to value something once you get it. Once you get something, you get a type of foundation with it, you embrace it, and you find a path to keep it in your life, keep it continuously being in your life. So if it's a person, if it's money or a personal item or anything that you value a lot about out of life, you find a way to keep it to be continuously being in your life. And sometimes people may joke on the media and everywhere. Some people even from the hood might be joking, oh, I'm from the hood, da da da, I ain't had this, I ain't had that, I ain't had no father grow up to, da da da, all that shit like that. It comes to a foundation of, it's sad. It's sad that all these black males that's growing up confused because they can't really get the proper knowledge from their mother. They can get their love from their mother. They can get the nature from their mother. Their mother can teach them certain things, but she really can't teach them how to be a man. It teaches a man to teach another growing man how to become a man. And, that goes to say that recently, not to get in my business, I've ended my relationship with my father. I just put it on as it was when I gave him the same treatment that he's been giving me for years. You forgive in life, but you never forget. And I'm not saying hold grudges against your fathers or your mom or whoever is your personal guardian to take care of your finances and all that stuff like that. Don't hold grudges against people because it's bad. Like, it's bad to have anger built up inside of you and walk around with that anger all the time. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Whatever way you can let it go, crying, talking about it, writing it, acting it out, whatever way you can transfer that energy out of you, the bad energy, is a good way to do life. And sometimes everyone on YouTube can speak something, and they can speak some type of product to you, and you take a acknowledgement from it, and you take a lesson from it. But sometimes they don't have real motherfuckers up here like me to speak about how it is to be in the hood, how it is to grow up without a father, how it is to have to sacrifice so many years with being from clothes and certain things my other friends was doing and certain things my other friends had in their house, into a moment when you finally get them things and you cherish it and you build on it and you make a bid with yourself to just keep growing that foundation, keep growing that source of income, because you can't get enough of it because you never had it. And it's hard, and people joke about people being from the hood and all this stuff like that. You don't know any idea what it is to be in the hood, any idea what it is to be the bad side of society, the bad side of the statistics, the bad side of comments, the bad side of everything that people has to offer in life. If we would have grew up in the suburbs and the rich neighborhoods and stuff like that, I mean, we honestly be looking down at the ghetto people also. You in the ghetto. It's not even a cute name. Like, it's the matters of, sometimes people take in something and they take in a certain place where somebody came from and they really don't look at the foundation. And you get mad at artists like Nicki Minaj and Meek Mills and so on that came from the hood, came from gunshots in the area all the damn time, killing in the area all the damn time, crazy people, stuff happened and drugs, all that stuff. They came from these areas and they grew and they became something that they probably never thought in their wildest fucking dreams that they would be able to accomplish in life. And so you get mad at people when people try new tastes of music and new styles and all the stuff like that. When we watch these things on TV, we had a craving to want to try it, want to experience it and stuff like that. You can't get mad at us. So you can't get mad at me trying to get out of the hood and do what I got to do for myself plus my family. You can't get mad at me for looking at colleges and applying at colleges. Like, there's no reason to be mad. There's no reason to be mad at all. And my second thing I want to talk about is college. Growing up, you know, college was possible, but it wasn't really. It was a slim ass chance. And I didn't know until, well, I didn't get no acknowledgement of this until my senior year. Senior half of junior year in high school, that college is possible for me. You know, being that I grew up in a single parent home and we had to sacrifice certain things to get certain things on, to keep certain things on in the household, you know, I found that it is possible. There's so many places you could apply to get help, and you don't have to pay the money back. And it's just like, I would be like, damn, if I'd have told myself this my sophomore year, my freshman year, my 8th grade year, my 7th grade year, I would have did more things differently. I would have pushed myself. I would have pursued different paths. I would have, you know, discharged away from certain groups and all that stuff like that. Like, you know, when you have that foundation and you have that knowledge of self-recreating and you have an enrichment program with yourself, you'll steer yourself on better paths, and you'll engage with better people, and you'll have better things happen. Not saying a lot of bad things happen in my life. I've lived a good life so far, and it's like, if I had this basic knowledge that I have now about a lot of things I did when I was younger and fooled around in school and all that stuff like that, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. You know, growing up in the hood, we don't have these qualities to say that we can go to college. It's get out of high school, get a job, whatever. Do what you gotta do to survive. It's a survival of the fitness. It's a survival of the classes, middle class, poor, and rich. And, you know, rich been winning for a long time, and then when some middle class get to rich, you know, people look down at them. Oh, you came from the hood, you don't act like you ain't from the hood no more. I mean, they acknowledge the hood and they do what they gotta do, and some people give back to the hood. I saw many people give back to the hood. So don't give everybody the same stereotype and the same judgment like you've been giving the next person, because a lot of people do for their hood. And if the grace of God, I can make it out of the hood, and which I'm trying to do right now by applying to colleges and all this stuff like that, and get myself a good career, and I will give back, and you know, and move myself up in the ladder, social and all stuff like that. I will give back to my hood. I will give back to where I think it needs a lot of improvements with the school and all that stuff like that, and things they can do on the weekends instead of lagging around trying to get cigarettes and smoke and drink and all that shit and have sex. It's more to life than sex. And I wish all these young people knew that. It's more to life than opening a leg and having a relationship. And especially when you're young, you should enjoy it. Enjoy it a lot. You have your 20s and 30s to be in relationships and all that stuff like that and have kids. And sometimes things do happen out of coincidence. But majority of these people I know, you know, I'm not really going to name no names, they set themselves up for the hokey dokes. Let's just say that. And that's it. Thumbs up, subscribe, like, and share. New videos laid out all this damn week. You know, so yeah, I'm out this bitch.
They'll never thank me for opening doors, but they ain't even think